Okay, so this is our welcome. This is It Paints Me. This is a visual novel that I found. It's also free, so I thought, why not some chill? I always love good visual novels. I think this is the choicest one. I'm not really sure, but we will see. Looks really beautiful. I think it's a romance. Every night, I find myself alone in the studio, curtains drawn tight, my neat row of paints, palettes, and brushes in the same place on the drawer by the easel. The canvas upon it sits, as always, unfinished, Marie's half-painted face frozen in a silent song. It's also stormy outside, so I feel like this is going to be great. Ah, pretty. It's laid out. And it's laid out, as it always is when I awaken here. Marie is nowhere to be found. She must still be at the theater, even when the curtains fall and the stage lights dim. The night is forever young to its stars, sopranos. I will always wait outside her dressing room, rose in hand. Scores of other bright-eyed admirers spilling through the halls, though she alone was mine, and I was hers. It's cold, brittle. Oh my gosh. It's cold, bitterly cold tonight, but I still draw the curtains and open the window wide. There's a stench in the room, deep and damp and stickily wet, that I can't ever seem to get rid of. Besides that, the fumes from the linseed oil makes my head spin. Like every night, I measure out the paints, arranging small dabs on my palette, from lightest to darkest. Titanium white and cadmium yellow to corpse brown and lamp black. I wet my brush with oil and gently start mixing the pigments. It feels like a little bit of magic watching them swirl and mix, forming new colors from old. Save it. Okay. Return. Let's paint her hair. I love hair. I blend a deep, dark red on the palette, and I envision her hair in my mind's eye. Maria rarely ever bound her looks in fashionable plaits or ringlets, not even on our wedding day. I remember how glossy black waves almost shimmered beneath her veil. Aww. The color on my palette is as dull as mud. I sigh and bend it into the background instead. I apply my paint with generous dabs of oil, but it seems I didn't have to. The canvas is still wet from last night and the night before. I must have painted and repainted the same background countless times. To say it's difficult to paint by lamplight, my muse nowhere in sight, is an understatement. Bro, your wife is missing? Of course, but lately these nightly hours are the only time I find myself able to lift my brush. Is she missing or is she just not coming home? I stop every few strokes.
It hurts.
Oh, it hurts. What hurts? I had joked that the pain that forced me away from the tailor shop meant I could finally return to my paintings for, at the very least, I was never any good at humor. So he's injured. Maria had, since my worries, consoled me sweetly in her voice that could charm stone to life.
Oh, Sam, don't worry. I have roles lined up for months. Go ahead and paint. We can still live comfortably.
Aww. It hurt. A small part of it did. Beyond the physical, beyond the alignments, to seek her permission. To be unable to care for my darling the way I had when we were young, brimming with talent but crushingly unknown. Aww. Well, she had been. I still am nothing. Don't say that, dude. Don't say that, Sam. You're not nothing. But perhaps finally it would now be my turn to bring my vision to the world. If only it didn't hurt so damn much. As time passes, I still don't manage more than a few strokes, a small patch of dark over an already wet canvas. Our press time hasn't passed at all. The broken clock on the wall would suggest as much. Perhaps the seconds have laid still, the world outside unchanging, and I, the only thing that moves. Have I moved? Is repeating the same brushstrokes like clockwork doll movement? I shiver inside. Perhaps sleep would be a better endeavor. Perhaps the next night will meet more success. Hopefully. But I didn't get to see the hair though. I stand, set it aside my paints and palettes, and slowly move to shut the windows. I stop. There, out in the front gate, barely lit by the steam light, stands a figure that could only be Marie. She bids goodbye to another figure, tall and broad-shouldered, and she laughs, a beautiful laugh, a heartfelt laugh, and embraces him before he makes his reluctant exit on a carriage stopped by the gate. She better not be cheating. That'd be crazy. I doubt it. Maria doesn't seem like a cheater. For a moment, I don't know what to think. A friend, a co-star perhaps, that admirable tender she mentioned every now and then. I didn't see his face, but Maria's social circle has always eclipsed my own. It must be, but why would he come to our home? Why would she laugh that way? Oof. Jealousy's a sick bitch. In the garden, in the midst of walking to the front door, humming to herself, Maria suddenly looks up. For a moment, her eyes go wide, and she blinks as if shaking herself from a daze. Ooh, that's not good. I instinctively step back from the windows. Perhaps it's guilt to make me do so. Maria is finally home, and oh, I miss her so. How could the first thing I think upon seeing my darling be the worst thoughts my mind could conjure? Damn, you got this much of a man yearning for you, and you're cheating? Well, I'm not saying she's a cheater. I feel like I really jumped from when I was like, she's not a cheater to she's a cheater. I don't think she's a cheater. I'm going to stand on that for now, in case she is. You know, what's it called? Until proven guilty or whatever. Because they seem like they really love each other, based on how this dude talks. But he's also an artist, so I feel like he always talks, like, aggressively. For the first time in many, many nights, I feel just well enough to leave the studio. I'll prepare Maria a pot of her favorite chamomile tea, and I'll listen as she tells me of the nights, the theater, the thousand small anecdotes she never runs out of. Or maybe, just maybe, ask her again to sit for a portrait of me, like she used to. The house will be larger than it used to. Perhaps I was shut in the studio too long. Still, how could I so quickly become a stranger in my own home? The memories are fuzzy, the years blurred together like a wash of oil colors. My mother and I, carrying our sparse luggage, stepping inside for the first time. My stepfather laughing his elbows on the breakfast table, clattering over something he'd read in the paper. Then silent hallways and empty rooms. And then myself welcoming my new bride to these solitude halls, hanging our newly taken portraits above the mantel. Aww. The walls are barren now. Where's your picture? I feel the walls in the dark, sticking trails of paint behind, tracing the places where I used to hang. Save. We're definitely doing the paintings. Why would you take the paintings down? The paintings I framed the seaside landscape. I'd paint out our honeymoon, the watercolor sketch of Maria that couldn't hope to capture the sheen of her hair. Aww. The still life of candles and flowers that had wilted because I took so long to finish. Even the painting of the roses in the vase, the first gift I've ever given her. This man loves her. That's crazy.
I wanted to bring you some flowers, but I was afraid they would wilt before I saw you next.
You painted them. Oh, they're beautiful, Sam.
The naked wall stared blankly at me. Did they explain why he took it down? Confused with with nowhere else to go, I continued through the house. Is he okay? As I walk, I pass the furniture my stepfather left me. The shelves, the tables always seemed so large and grand as a boy. Now missing or melted with thick white linen. Are you guys moving? They remind me of corpses on hospital tables lying dead still, covered in sheets. Marie? I try to call, but plague blocks my throat. I cough and laugh and draw and wet, and then once more attempt to voice her name. Marie. It sticks off my tongue like a serpent uncalling. Ooh, so he's like sick. I've always loved her name, so tender and sweet, free of the harsh syllables. Marie. It was a name like an impressionist fleur, painted in soft strokes with a fine oil brush. That is a crazy sentence for the name Marie. No offense to people with the name Marie. I know plenty of people who have it as a middle name, but that's really good. I love that. It was the greatest joy in the world to join my name to hers. Oh. Sound that follows the hall is a long, drawn-out silence, a held breath. Finally, my darling answers. Oh.
Sam.
Oh, Marie.
Is this a dream?
Oh. I cough again after a long, wet trail drailing from my lips. Is it a good
dream, darling?
I don't know. It feels like a nightmare.
Oh.
An awful, wretched nightmare.
The lamp towards the sound of her voice, so musical, so lovely, even at the brink of tears. Don't cry, darling. I want to say, but thick syrup fills my throat. No matter what troubles you, I am here. She stands on the edge of the staircase, shaking a candlestick in hand. The steps are sticky, wet. I inch carefully, practically crawl, not to slip. My darling lifts the candle as I approach in the dark of the house. Its flickering flame almost blinds me. Oh, I'm blinded. I don't see expression on her face as she screams. No?
Marie? Where are you, my darling?
No? What's happening? Every word feels like a dagger puncturing my throat. I limp down the hall, leaving a trail of steps to feel damp and heavy, slick and wet. I try the door to her bedroom. No, Marie's room. I had started sleeping in the spare one when my coughing fits would wake her at night. Oh. It was cold, so cold, alone, but my darling needed her rest. The knob was slick, hard to twist, my hands slipping on the brass. Finally, I managed to push the door open. I'm scared. Though it's completely dark when I peer inside, I know it is empty. No warmth, no flesh, no sound of sweet breath within. Oh. I continue down the hall. I trod my steps heavy and wet, trying not to slip over the thick, slick surface.
Marie? What's wrong, darling?
Oh gosh.
Please, come out. I don't understand.
I don't understand either, Sam. The dining room is empty, truly empty. The shelves where the china and silverware were once neatly stacked, now scraped, hollowed, and walnut table is covered in a thick white sheet, the matching set of chairs removed. Oh, did Sam die? Is he like a ghost or something? I rest against the blackened table. My hand leaves the rubby smear across against the sheet. It must be more paint, though it's hard to make out in the dark. I needed spectacles for quite some time, but Marie had never liked the bookish type. That's crazy. You can't see, and your wife's like, I don't like guys with glasses. I don't like guys who need help seeing. That's a thing, though, I feel like. Fuck you. You can't see, bro? Grow up. That's like people who don't wear their glasses. Not the bookish type. This motherfucker's blind. I can get you through the familiar yet unfamiliar house. My steps stain and slow my breath. Short, sticky, wet.
Marie!
Marie, where are you?
Oh, Marie! It hurts! Won't you come to me?
I hear the front door slam shut. It must be freezing cold out. Why has she gone to the garden? I tread to the house with new urgency, uncaring of the sticky wet floors, forgetting for just a moment the pain that snaps and burns through my flesh. I reach the oily, damp knob.
Don't!
Marie!
Sam! Please!
What happened? Her voice rings from behind the door.
I don't understand, darling. Have I done something to upset you?
Her sobs echo loudly. I never thought an ugly sound should come from my darling's lip, but her words. Man, is he wearing glasses and she's losing her mind?
I love you, Sam. I always will. But I can't bear to see you like this.
Bam, bitch. Through sickness and then health. That's what marriage is for. That's the whole point. You're not a bitch, I'm sorry.
Please, I beg of you, return to where you came.
Return for... So maybe I am dead, and she's like, can you please?
You can't be here. I've moved on now.
Nope. Yeah, he must be a ghost. He must have died.
Return where? Dearest, you aren't making any sense. Moved on? I'm your husband, Marie. What on earth is there to move on from?
Please remember, Sam. You were ill. You were ill for a long, long time. And you never recovered.
I know I'm unwell, Marie. But you said we would still... Are you leaving me? Because I can't care for you anymore? Is that it?
You left me!
Oh, wait, did he leave or did he die? Because I think those are two different statements. No, I understand your grief, Marie. Either way.
Dead, Sam!
Yeah, yeah. He didn't leave. He died. Just put that out there.
You've been dead for more than a year.
Oh. Damn, you moved on within a year?
This
Not
is a
that
joke, darling.
that matters.
It's a cruel one.
I guess in this time it's kind of different because women kind of need, like, people to, like, take care of them type shit. So it would make sense that she would have to, like, move on to get another providing man.
Do you want me dead? Is that it? Am I better off dead to you?
I don't think that's what she said at all, Sam. My darling does nothing but sob behind the door. How quickly I regret my words. Yeah, especially because you're dead to her. Oh, if only I could see her face, look into her eyes, reassure her, and see that she loves me still. Of course she loves you. I think you need to understand that you're dead, Sam. I twist the knob with the slick, oily hands.
No! Don't come out! Please!
On the other end, with a sharp glass, my darling grasped the doorknob closed, pushing the weight of her small frame against the weathered wood.
Don't come out!
This must be traumatizing. Save. And then we are going to let her go. I let go of the door, my hand slipping off its oily surface.
Forgive me, Marie. I can see that you don't want to speak to me right now.
No, I don't think that's what you want, Sam.
But whenever you do, whatever this is about, I'll be waiting in the studio.
It's pouring. I leave the door. I leave my darling alone, sobbing in the garden. It's dark, so very dark, but dawn will soon paint the dim black sky. I retrace my slick, wet footprints through the hall, up the staircase, one treading damp step at a time.
Spirits, it hurts.
Spirits, it hurts, it burns. I feel no breath in my lungs. My chest would be a hollow cavity, slippery and wet, spilling with hot, liquid, sticky fluid.
It hurts. Oh, it hurts.
Oh, it's in red now. I staggered into a tall, sheet-covered object, the linen sliding off the grasp of my clumsy, slick fingers. Oh, it's Mira's floor-length mirror. Damn.
No. Oh, no.
Oh, do I not have a reflection?
No, 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 no!
Oh. Ew. What is this? What are you? Kind of sick, not gonna lie. I love this artwork. Ooh. It's getting, oh. I'm in the studio, a dark, dim studio, as empty as it is every night. The curtains are shut, the lamps are unlit. My palette is a mask of murky colors. Rust red, corpse browns, a musky, sticky, sweetly rotting stench fills the room. I don't know why the smell of the linseed oil ever bothered me. After all, I no longer breathe. The handle on the door turns behind me. Slowly it creeps open and a figure steps inside. Oh! It's me. Hi, me! He limps more than he steps in crooked motions against the floor, dragging his body along like a wet, wide brush as swatches a red pool at his feet. I watch him pull himself before the canvas.
Samuel.
Nope. Icon on affliction. What the hell? It speaks in my mother's voice, a tone that could swallow the warmth of derision, command, or dependency, pride, or disappointment in a moment's notice.
Please, give up your suffering. Give up this. Come back to the earth with me.
My hands are too slick to hold on my brush. I stab it into my flesh and fix it between my bones and then dip the bristles into my blood. I think that's good for you. Oh? I don't know what these words are. Ogeisha? 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 He speaks in my stepfather's voice, without laughter or joy. It's the same cadence I imagine him taking his last breath, crimson staining his uniform, the dog tags cold around his neck. Gone.
Don't suffer anymore, Sam. You are nothing already. Forget your pain. Return to the void with us.
It's like a choice. My brush is drying. I plunge it into my chest, wet it with his oily breath.
Sam?
Agony. I know agony. He speaks with my voice, hoarse and raspy and tired. So very, very tired.
This won't make you worthy of love. Not the world's, not Marie's, not your friends or peers or critics. Come back to our grave. End our suffering.
That sounds like a good one.
You know I don't do this for love.
I clean my brush with paint thinner, knocking over the jar as it spills across the drawer and onto the wet, soaking floor. I dry the bristles on my own worn, rotting skin, then soak it in the thick, white mucus of her tears. My words are only partly true, just as his words are not fully wrong. Neither my rotting corpse nor the memory of what once was Sam will gain a thing from this toil. I paint the house away, or perhaps take no time at all. The clock on the wall never turns its hand, suggesting the world lies still. The seconds never pass, and I am the only thing that moves within it. It hurts. Oh, it hurts. Heavy, soapy tears flood my vision, fills my throat, my chest, choking me. Every movement of my hands leaves cracks in what left of my brittle bones. He stares at me, all white, silent still, like a mirror. If I loved him, I would stop. I would crawl to my grave like he wishes. But I love this more than I love myself. But what more than you love yourself? Being a ghost? I birth him from within me. As I create, so too I am born. Oh, like you love like the monster version of yourself? I don't really know what he's saying, to be honest.
And he and I are beautiful.
Oh. So pretty. You paint that. It's a beautiful painting. Complete yourself. Ending 2. Self-portrait. Ah. It's actually really beautiful. Alright, I think so we know what to do now. Music and story, sound designs by Indus. I don't have to keep reading stuff now. Really good. Art is for like a short little load. Let's go to breaking down the door. Force the door open.
No. Not until you tell me what's going on. Are you leaving me, darling? After everything? I need you. I need you!
My darling shepherd utters a sharp cry as the hinge is groaning and spring, loosening her grip as she stumbles back onto the cod soil path. I instantly forget her sharp words as I limp towards her side.
Marie, are you alright? I'm so sorry.
Oh, well, no.
Stop it, Sam. I'll keep you alive. Every time I sing, I'll sing for you. I'll keep you in my song, in my art.
Oh, but it hurts. Her shrill voice grates against the ooze spilling from my ears.
It hurts! It hurts!
My head rings. My chest is hollow cavity, slippery and wet, flowing with hot, sticky fluid. I cough and cough and spew more syrup, warm liquid from my lips.
Your art, it was always about you.
Okay, well, I don't know where you got that from.
Your fame, your voice, your needs, your wants, your desires.
I don't think that's true.
You were a work of art, of course. But did you ever think about me?
I think you did.
Did you ever think about poor Sam, dying alone in a cold, white room? Poor Sam, who couldn't even hold a brush in his hands at the end.
It is poor Sam. At least you remember that you're dead.
Poor Sam, left to rot into nothing. A year was all it took for you to forget me.
That's a little harsh. I am shaking her, leaving smears of dark, muddy paint over her pale shoulders. The next moment, she breaks me, running blindly into the street. Uh-oh. Not the street. The carriage doesn't stop for her. Of course it doesn't. My dearest is whipped of the dark curls, a black gown, billowing in the night like a shade. Oh. She should be light as breath, soft as myths. But the sound that comes is a scream of her breaking bones, like ripping flesh, a breath that leaves her lungs. I don't know if a carriage hits that hard. I feel like do carriage deaths common?
Every sound my darling makes is beautiful.
Oh, why is he suddenly evil? What did I do? Oof. Aw. I scoop her mass of flesh and did crimson in her hair. The person riding the carriage didn't stop. Did that dude just did a hit and run with a horse? Her blood pools around me, syrup and dark, a color so deep no artist pigment could hope to capture. The pearl scarlet or vermilion red, a dull stain in comparison. It is not sand that I see staring back in the deep pool of our blood. Oh. My darling's a lovely creature, even broken. That's a weird thing to say, dude. I gently carry her up the steps, one slick, damp, crooked step at a time, leaving her mass of jutted bones and viscera of flesh, gosh, gently boned viscera and flesh on the velvet seat of my studio. The fabric soaks it deep, so very deep. Oh, he's finally gonna paint her. It's dark as every night I leave the lamps unlit, the window shut tight. How strange the stench of linseed oil ever bothered me. After all, I no longer breathe. My darling still sits ever so still, not a breath escaping her broken flesh. What a lovely model, oh, what a wonderful thing.
All the more beautiful now that it surely hurts to sing.
Oh, I'm getting.
Oh, it is agony to hold a brush. It always does. But I can bear it. After all, who can truly create without pain?
I don't think she looks like that. Yeah, I was gonna say. Oof. Finish your masterpiece. Oh my gosh. Ending 1. The Muse. Oh. Scary. Investigate. I stepped through the darkness of the house, inch by inch, choking back dust and tears that threatened to spill. It's been months since I last set foot here, but every floorboard, every turn of its halls are as familiar to me as when sunlight once streamed through the windows. Sam always opened the window when he worked in his studio. No matter the weather, no matter how raining or freezing cold, who am I? The same window that now were open, gaping from the garden outside. Someone had been through the house. Everything of value I had taken with me months ago, of course, but though I could not bear to stay here any longer, I could bear it even less to let this place go. I, Sam, had grown up here. I'm Sam? This place meant so much to him. And I had so many memories housed here, deep within its walls. It said I are Sam, so I didn't mean to spend less and less time within them as the years went on. I didn't mean to give Sam less and less. But I did. Oh, am I Maria? And then he was gone. Is she getting her stuff? My heels clack against the wooden floorboards as my footsteps echoed in the dark. I stop at the doorway of the kitchen. The old rickety shelf gapes out, empty, while the walnut table silently stands beneath a muffled sheet. On Sundays when he wasn't off to the tailor's, and at the crack of dawn, we would have breakfast together. I remember how he'd sit at this very table, combing through the newspaper carefully, clipping out any new photographs of me that appeared. That's so cute! The sound snaps me out of my memories. Muffled footsteps, not mine. Oh, is this from her point of view? A voice calling my name. My heart stops in my chest. Oh, that's why he was saying she doesn't come by or she doesn't come home anymore because she's coming to visit. I swear I can hear it. Him. Not the academy student in a hand-me-down green coat full of life, nor the man who waited by my dressing room with the roses, always almost too shy to present them to me. And not the man in the painted stained apron hunched over Candace's eyes locked in concentration. The owner of the voice could not be a man, but it has his voice. Calling out to me. My mind is playing tricks on me. It can't be. Holding my candlestick tightly, I slowly approach the staircase.
Sam?
I call, peering into the darkness above me. The outline of the figure stands, its movement slow and haggard.
Is this a dream?
The shape in the darkness coughs and coughs again in wretched pain. I choke back my own sobs in my throat.
Is it a good dream, darling?
He finally says.
I don't know. It feels like a nightmare. An awful, wretched nightmare.
As the figure steps into view, I blink against the flickering candlelight and finally look at him. My darling, my poor, poor, precious Sam. No. What's left of him. Oof. Gosh. I scream. Embrace him. I'm pretty sure if you scream, you just get the same ending. I'm gonna embrace him. Let's give this scary man a hug. I love you, Sam. I say through tears, climbing the staircase in one shaking step at a time.
I always will.
My arms meet rotten fabric and broken flesh. My lips meet bone and blood. Take me with you, I try to speak, but gag.
Don't cry, darling. No matter what troubles you, I am here.
I don't think you are, Sam. Oh my gosh. Love is love, I guess. Oh, singer found dead. Beloved soprano Maria Claremont, body found in former resident. Maria Rue, opera singer, was found dead in her former residence yesterday evening. Investigating, Claremont was widowed after her husband Samuel, the only one were prior. The pair had no children. Aww. Ending 3. Aww. I think that's the last ending because there's only 3 achievements. I do want to see if you can get a new memory of them. The walls lay bare, the pictures hung on the wallpaper, player photographs of my parents, myself, the boy, Murray. So many pictures of each displayed from a frame. Yeah, you do. Aw. Even our wedding photographs, the 2 of us dressed in fine clothes I had sewn myself, smiling like fools, even while our picture was taken for how we could wear solemn faces on such a joyous day. Oh. Oh. It's too is gone. So that was a short little visual novel. It Paints Me. That was surprisingly really entertaining. That's really good. Very cute. I love the voice acting, of course. I want to say cute. I take back cute. It's not cute. It was a good visual novel. I love finding stuff like this. I feel like I'll never find something like Psychroma. I feel like I'll never find something like Psychroma with visual novels and stuff like that. The Psychroma is also not really a visual novel, but it kind of feels like that. But when it comes to visual novels, I'm always looking for something like Psychroma. I feel like I Just Want to Go Home was a good visual novel. I really like that one. And now this one. So probably will look for more visual novels, but I feel like the art has to really intrigue me. I really like that. I don't know. This is, I think, different than most visual novels. I don't know. I really like this. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. We have, I think, the same amount. I didn't say it in my last video, but I think the same amount since that one. We still have 786 subscribers, and I think all of you are great. And yeah, I hope that you have a great day, noon, or night, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.